Anybody can talk, but successful leaders are communicating with impact. You know, you spend about 80% of your waking day in some form of communication, whether that's on the phone or talking face-to-face or making a presentation. We're always communicating. And I find it today even more challenging than ever because people are more impatient. Any of you? People have shorter attention spans, and most importantly, we're not connecting anymore. We're always on our technology. In fact, you get about 15 minutes of someone's attention. That's about it. And for some of you, that's pushing it. Right? So with this much at stake, should you just talk to somebody, or should you have a process, or should you think strategically? Over the last 30 years, I've been working with my clients, and we've uncovered 6 keys to help you communicate with impact. And I want to introduce those to you right now. I'm going to walk through them pretty quickly, and then I'm going to go into a deeper dive with each one. So let me share the impact process with you. It's an acronym, so it's really easy to remember. The I stands for the intention, the first step of the process. Every communication starts with a thought, right? Think before you speak. Yes, some of us just start talking. So I'm going to show you a couple techniques you can use to literally craft an intention that's going to drive your whole communication in 30 seconds. We're going to talk about the laser-focused intention template in the intention mode. And if you just left right now, but please don't, but if you did, and all you did was the first step, you'd be a better communicator. That's how powerful the intention step is. You know, the M stands for the message. So once you know your intention, then what are you going to say to achieve the intention? So you want to craft your message. You want to have some structure, an opening, a body, a closing. You want to structure the content so you can compel people to take action. Also, the M stands for the method. It's not just one approach. Maybe sometimes it's an email. Maybe sometimes it's a phone call. Maybe sometimes it's a presentation or a video. So once you know the intention, what's the right message and method that you should use when you're crafting this communication? The P in the process stands for the person. Now, if you take a look at the person on either side of you, guess what? You're not the same. Some of you are introverts, some are extroverts, some are very analytical, some are relational, some are touchy-feely. Keep your hands to yourself. But we're all different. So if you're going to communicate, why should you just send one message to everybody? Personalize the message to the person. One-on-one conversations, emails, and if you're talking to groups, I'll give you my favorite question to ask before every presentation to help you identify the needs of that particular group. The P is to personalize the message. The A is activate. So we got intention, message, person. Now we have to activate the message. You have to be engaged, and you have to engage the receiver. And we're going to talk today about how do you stay engaged. I'm going to talk about the most difficult skill we struggle with, and that's being a good listener. Let me repeat that. In case you weren't listening. Being a good listener. And we're going to talk about how do you engage the receiver, the audience, the other person. You want to engage people physically, mentally, and emotionally. This is a 3D experience. We're creating an experience sometimes. So you got to think about how do you activate the message. The C stands for clarify. We're going to go a lot deeper today because guess what? The meaning of the message doesn't come from the sender. You know who it comes from? The receiver. You put the meaning to the message. How do you make sure the message you sent is the exact same message that they received? Well, you got to clarify. You got to check for understanding. And I want to teach you today a critical component that a lot of us aren't aware of that's happening all the time. It's called selective perception. We're selectively perceiving the message, and we as the sender are responsible to make sure we clarify and we both get the same message. And then the last step in the process, and we're going to go a lot deeper, is the T step. And that is, how do you transform your words into actions and your actions into the results you intended to get? And there are 2 types of transformations I want to talk about today. One is an internal transformation. The other is an external transformation. Now, you may know about the external transformations, but I'm going to tell you something. You're probably not thinking or even aware of what's going to happen internally when you're communicating. So that's the impact process. Do you have a process that you use to communicate? I think a lot of people are probably shaking their heads no. So today I'm going to share with you this very simple process so that you can start to increase relationships, increase your profits, and get better results. So let's get started with the first step. That's the intention.